seconds to go in the quarter. Boy, Redmond turned nothing into something there on that one.
He sure did. Like you said, there was nothing there, and he just bounced back, and then he used his speed to get a couple yards anyway.
All right, so a big 3rd and 5 here for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 39-yard line. Handrick under center, just over a minute to go in the quarter. Handrick rolling to his left, throwing, under pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line, a 5-yard loss for the Tigers as Stanley-Boyd now calls a quick timeout with a minute 2 left in the quarter on 4th and 5.
Big stop there.
And what, they want the wind or what?
Yeah, they want to punt into the wind is what they're doing because the wind is pretty strong. You should get a lot better field position because of the wind factor.
Well, they gained 5 on the first 2 downs, lost 5 on 3rd down, 4th and 10 now, with a minute 2 remaining in the first quarter. Stratford, and boy, that was a big stop by Stanley-Boyd after the Tigers forced another 3-and-out.
Yeah, it really was because you couldn't let Stratford take it down again and get up by 2 scores because this could be a little tougher to score for Stanley-Boyd. This is way different than the first time we covered Boyd. They were throwing the ball all over the field in the first half, and we questioned that they didn't even run the ball a little bit to mix it up. But tonight they're much more conservative with the passing game, and the weather's just a huge factor here tonight as we figured.
Cade Erkey, by the way, with that touchdown run, his 20th touchdown run of the season, capping off that 99-yard touchdown drive. And now the Tigers in punt formation on 4th and 10 from the Stanley-Boyd 44-yard line. Pretty good punt here. Angled out of bounds off the left side. And Herrick watches it go out of bounds near the 17-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to spot that ball with just under a minute to go in the first quarter, and Stanley-Boyd trailing 7-0. They get the ball back here at the 17-yard line. So here comes L.J. Schmelzer and this Stanley-Boyd offense for the 3rd time tonight. They've gone 3-and-out their first 2 possessions of the ball game. Now starting at their own 17 on the right hash and working right to left. Stanley-Boyd in their black helmets and pants, orange jerseys and socks. Tigers in their black helmets and pants, white jerseys, orange lettering. Schmelzer rolling to his left, throwing deep down the middle of the field, wide open is Noah Gillingham, and he dropped it at the Tiger 45-yard line. He'd still be running if he caught that one, and he was behind the defender on a wide open play. Schmelzer put it right on him, and Gillingham dropped a wide open touchdown. I mean, he would have been gone, right?
Well, it was a touchdown. Yeah, he was a good 5 yards behind the defensive back, and the ball, like you said, was right in stride, perfectly thrown by Schmelzer.
Big drop by Gillingham, 2nd and 10 now. Schmelzer throwing right side again, incomplete, and in and out of the hands of, didn't see who that was. Did you catch the number?
I didn't. But, it's one thing for Schmelzer to put the ball on these guys, but if they can't catch it, that's not going to make any difference. Another drop right there.
Right, I think it was Nesteric. And an incomplete pass there. So 3rd and 10 now. 49 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Schmelzer again in that pistol formation from his own 17. Fakes a handoff. Now pulls it down and keeps it. And cut down at the 17, maybe the 18. A gain of a yard, if anything. He ran into his own player on the read option. He got a yard, and that's it. And this Stanley-Boyd offense has not gotten on track at all tonight.
Well, this game should be tied right now, basically, because they would have had a touchdown. Again, the receiver just could not hang on to it. Noah Gillingham on an easy touchdown catch.
Another Stanley-Boyd punt, and they go 3-and-out for the 3rd time in a row. Dellinger catches this one back at his own 38-yard line, cuts it wide to the right now, trying to get some blocks down the near sideline, got running room. Dellinger finally forced out of bounds, but not until he goes inside the Stanley-Boyd 40-yard line, forced out at about the 37, and a great return by Dylan Dellinger, and the Tigers start this drive in Stanley-Boyd territory.
I don't know if they had a right return on, but he ran all the way from the left side of the field all the way over to the right side of the field and was able to catch a wall of blockers over here and able to turn that into a nice return. Again, gives Stratford great field position.
This will be the final play of the first quarter here. 5 seconds on the clock. Tigers have it going left to right from the right hash and a 1st and 10. Handoff. Teddy Redmond left side trying to get wide to the left. Redmond gets the edge. Redmond gets a block inside the 20. Finally spun down at the 16 or 17 yard line. Redmond off the left side and a big run down to the 16 yard line. A 21 yard run by Redmond to end the first quarter here tonight. 7-0 Stratford after 1 quarter, and second quarter action from Stanley-Boyd after this.
Take on your toughest snow removal jobs with a Kubota B-Series tractor. With a powerful Kubota diesel engine, you can add an optional snow blade or PTO front-mounted blower.
Penalty?
It's a flag, yeah.
Now get financed.
Personal foul on Stanley-Boyd at the end of a 21-yard run by Teddy Redmond from the 37 of Stanley-Boyd down to the 16, and what do they do, decline it? Either way, that'll be the end of the first quarter now officially. 7-0 Stratford, second quarter from Stanley-Boyd in just a moment.
Telshaw Oil is Stratford's BP gasoline outlet, offering you a chance to fill up day or night.
30.
BP gasoline at Telshaw's 24-hour-a-day pumps. Or stop by for gas and groceries from 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 8 to 8 on Sunday. So whether it's soda, beer, ice, snacks, or
They're tacking it on.
Telshaw Oil.
Half the distance.
Highway 96
Correct.
Stratford, proud to serve you with quality BP fuel.
All right, so the 21-yard run by Redmond as we start the second quarter, plus the face mask penalty. It's a 10-yard penalty from the 17 down to the 7-yard line.
Getting our down marker in place right here.
Well, no, it would be, they had it at the 16. They've got it at the 7. I guess it's half the distance to the goal. So a 1st and goal now for the Tigers from the Stanley-Boyd 7-yard line. Cade Urke up the middle. Urke fighting his way to the end zone. Cade Urke puts it on the scoreboard one more time. A 6-7-yard run by Cade Urke right up the middle. He got hit initially right around the 4-yard line. Fights his way to the goal line from there. Would not be denied. Urke into the end zone for the second time tonight. The Tigers make it a 2-score game.
Just 5 seconds into the second quarter.
And that was big.
Upcoming.
It was, and you can...
Dellinger set it up.
Yep, definitely.
PAT by the Tigers up and good. And boy, how about that? 2 plays, 37 yards. Urke a 7-yard run. First play of the second quarter. Tigers add 7 more, and they lead 14-0. And back to Stanley-Boyd after this.
Make plans now for your next party at the Belvedere Supper Club, just north of Marshfield on Highway 97.
Stratford. 30.
And the go-to restaurant for quality
Stratford.
food and drinks,
That was 11.
including homemade.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10. Nasonville Dairy.
A half the distance to the goal penalty, which turned out to be about 8 yards, and then a 7-yard touchdown run by Cade Urke, and the Stratford Tigers have taken a 14-0 lead. That was on the first play of the second quarter. Tigers now lead 14-0 as the Tigers kick off right to left. Taken by Stanley-Boyd at their own 16-yard line. Out across the 20 to the 20-yard line. Pretty good return by Ben Turner, and then caught from behind at his own 35-yard line. And that's where the Orioles will take over with 11:49 left in the second quarter. But how about this start by the Tigers? And 3 and outs in that opening quarter for the Orioles. Let's see if they can get their offense on track here in the second quarter. Working left to right, here's L.J. Schmelzer in that pistol formation from his own 35 on the right hash. Meyer in motion to the left. Schmelzer rolling right, throwing incomplete and out of bounds, trying to get that one to Brandon Herrick. Well covered by Jordan Becker, incomplete, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, nobody was open there. Schmelzer rolled out to the right and tried to hit a little out pattern, but he was well covered. I think it was Bargander, I think, with the coverage.
All right, so 2nd and 10 now. Schmelzer in that pistol again. Again, Meyer in motion from right to left. And now another pass, right side. That one tipped. Herrick, again, the intended receiver. I think one of the defensive players may have gotten a piece of Schmelzer's arm as he let that one go, and that one kind of wobbled out toward midfield and then fell incomplete at about the Stanley-Boyd 48-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 from the 35.
Schmelzer again in the pistol, back to throw again. And a little bubble screen, right side, gets it to Herrick, but he is taken down by Jordan Becker right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 3rd, or rather 4th and 10. And another 3 and out for the Orioles.
4th and 10.
And a great defensive stop by the Tigers. Here's the punt team for the Orioles again. Dellinger back deep at about his own 28-yard line. Here's the punt. And a bad punt goes out of bounds. And that one almost went into the front row of the grandstands here. And boy, I tell you what, was that Schmelzer? He really shanked that one off the right side, and it went shooting out of bounds at about, where are they going to spot this one? They're talking like the 40-yard line of Stanley-Boyd. If so, that's like a 5-yard punt.
Yeah, Schmelzer tried that rugby-style punt deal where you kind of get it and you run up
that
and you try to kick it.
Net of 5 yards.
Obviously, he just about missed the ball.
Into the wind is tough.
And
this wind is just killing. And these guys
to the right
trying to
for, like you said, about a 5-yard punt.
Stanley-Boyd punts.
Stratford takes over now, 1st and 10 from the Orioles 40.
Stratford gets it at the Orioles 40-yard line. Now Teddy Redmond off the right side on 1st down. Wide to the right, makes a man miss inside the 35. Spun down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 9 for Teddy Redmond on 1st down. And great yardage for the Tigers, setting up a 2nd and 1.
The Tigers just getting chunks of yardage here. I mean, Erkey's got 10 carries, 60 yards. Redmond has 5 carries for 52 yards. Becker, 4 carries, 35 yards. I mean, averaging huge amounts of yardage each play.
2nd and 1 now. Hendrick on a quarterback keeper. He's going to get taken down back at the 35-yard line. And a great play there by Colin Meyer. Hendrick didn't have him fooled. He faked the handoff, rolled out to his left, and Meyer was there waiting for him. And it's a loss of 4 on the play.
Got to kind of question that call just a bit.
On 2nd and 1?
Yeah, the running was working pretty well with Redmond and Erkey and Becker mixing in, and you try kind of a little bit of a fake kind of a try to fool the defense, and it really backfired.
You're getting about 7 yards of carry.
Exactly.
3rd and 5 for Hendrick. Handoff. Erkey straight ahead. Not much running room there at all. They try Erkey. That's the play you come with on 2nd and 1.
And he got a 1st down, right?
Yeah, that would have been a 1st down. It's a 2-yard gain. But on 3rd and 5, it sets up 4th and 3. There was your 1st down 1 down ago. And now 4th and 3 for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 33-yard line. They are leading, though, 14-0. Hendrick back to the line on 4th and 3. And now we've got a timeout by Stratford.
That's their last timeout.
That's it.
Yep, for the first half. That's
their
last
3rd and final timeout of the half with 9:10 remaining in the second quarter, and the Tigers, Todd, are leading
Tigers
14
taking their
to
third
nothing.
and final time
Yeah, the
out of this
offensive
first
line
half with
really
9:10
of
to go in
the Stratford
second quarter.
Tigers has really
We'll
come
see
to
what kind
play
of strategy
tonight.
that might
They're
play
creating
into
some nice holes in that
as we
Stanley-Boyd
towards halftime. Still quite a
defensive
bit of time though before
line,
halftime, so
and
no
of course the
timeouts
running
left
backs
for
are
the Tigers
exploiting it, and they're doing a
as
nice
they
job of
face
mixing
a
the
4th
up-the-middle
and
plays
3
with the
from the
outside plays with
33.
Teddy Redmond.
The
And I don't
wind
think
is strong
Boyd
enough,
knows exactly
certainly,
what's
if they were
coming in
to
the running
loft
game
that
because
ball on a kick
Stratford
try,
has
you
three
might have a
backs behind
chance.
the
We'll see
quarterback,
if that's what they
and
talked about in the
they're
huddle.
able to hand it any
And
of
it
those
looks
three,
like
so you get a little bit
like
of
the full
deception there. You're
offense
not
is,
sure which one's going to get it.
So 9:10 remaining in the second
okay,
quarter.
yeah, looks like
Tigers
full
on
offense
top,
back on the field for
14
this
to nothing.
4th and 3
And they are
from
facing
the
a
Oriole
4th and
33.
3 here from
9:10
the
left in the second quarter.
33-yard line. Mark Hendrick, the Tiger quarterback, under center. Powerhouse backfield. He'll give it to Erke off the right side. Erke trying to bounce it out wide to the right, trying to get the edge, and he's caught from behind. He's not going to get it. And a great defensive play there by the Stanley-Boyd Orioles on that one. I believe Luke Spaeth ran down Erke from behind after a gain of maybe a yard, maybe not even that. And the Orioles, no gain for Erke on that one. And, well, let's see. They are going to give him 1 yard on that play. And it's a turnover on downs by the Tigers. And the Orioles take over at their own 32-yard line with 9:04 remaining in the second quarter. Orioles from the left hash, now working left to right. And the handoff on first down to Turner, and he's going to get cut down way behind the line of scrimmage. A big defensive stop there by Kalen Schmidt, and Turner cut down after a loss of about 6. They're going to spot this one at the 27-yard line. That's a loss of 5. Great job by Schmidt on that one. Schmelzer back in that pistol, 2 receivers left. And the read option handoff goes to and 16. Schmelzer in that pistol, 2 receivers right, 1 wide left. Takes the snap, back to pass, under pressure, steps up, no, they caught him, taken down, a quarterback sack, Connor Multerer, and he gets a big stop on Schmelzer, who gets taken down back at the 24-yard line.
Stratford Tiger defense out here making their way in this game.
And another
they
3 and
completely
out for the
dictated the
Orioles.
tempo of that series there for
The
Stanley-Boyd.
Stratford
Orioles
defense
now
was
back
blitzing
to
everyone
punt
there, and
as it's
Schmelzer
4th and
had no
18
time
from
to
their
throw.
24.
Wow, so now Schmelzer will try to punt this one again, and again shanks it off to the side of his foot, and it goes straight
Punt was
out
up
of
and same
bounds,
outcome there as
and they're
before,
gonna
guys.
mark
And again, this wind is
out
tough.
at the
He's kicking right into the wind here. And anything can happen once you get that ball up in the air.
It's a 12-yard punt.
So Stratford now will take over from the Stanley-Boyd 36-yard line as it's 1st and 10, 7:20 left until halftime.
Sure isn't, and he's used to doing that rugby-style thing, but it's not really working right now. Maybe he can just go back to the traditional, but once you start that, it's maybe hard to go back to the regular way of punting and just kick it.
Well, with 7:20 left in the second quarter now, the Tigers get the ball back, already leading 14-0, and they have it at the Stanley-Boyd 36-yard line, working right to left. And a handoff to Erke, Erke, that goes nowhere. In fact, Stanley-Boyd gets Erke back at the 40-yard line for a loss of 4 on that one.
Colin Meyer came through for Stanley-Boyd, was able to make that tackle for a loss on Erke.
All right, so a big tackle there by Meyer. 2nd and 14 now. Tigers back at the 40-yard line. Wing right. Backs are split behind Hendrick. Redmond off the right side. Teddy Redmond trying to get some running room. Not a lot of running room there. Gets a couple of yards back inside the 40 at about the, the 38-yard line. A 2-yard gain, but it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Boy, now's not the time to get too conservative, is it? Because they get the ball to start the third quarter. You've got a big chance here getting the ball in Stanley-Boyd territory again. 3rd and 12. Hendrick fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. Now looking downfield, throwing, and intercepted by Meyer. Intercepted. He overthrew his intended receiver. I think it was Urke. Meyer comes up with the interception at his own 32-yard in Stanley-Boyd territory at the 40 and the 36, and they weren't able to do anything with it. And now here's a handoff and a big run by Ben Turner off the left side out to the 41-yard line, and a gain of 9 for Turner on 1st down.
Feel a definite momentum switch here with that defensive play by Stanley-Boyd.
You got that right. Now in hurry-up mode, Schmelzer right back to the line. Turner again off the left side. Turner again with a big hole out to the 49-yard line. Another 8-yard run for Turner. And a 1st down for the Orioles as they work left to right here. 5:40 left in the 2nd quarter. Tigers leading 14-0, but momentum swing here, and the Orioles are on the move. Schmelzer in that pistol formation takes the snap. Now a draw. He'll keep it himself, and a little room off the right side. Hauled down by Luke Barton.
Some success here. 3 straight plays up the middle. See what they do here on 2nd and 5.
And a 1st down. And a give up the middle to...
4 straight plays now up the middle, so they think they found something there. We'll see if Stratford's able to counter. 4:55 left to halftime.
To the 44 and a gain of 2.
3rd and 3 from the 45. The Stratford Tiger 45-yard line.
Big 3rd down right here for this Tiger defense. Schmelzer in the gun. Here's a penalty marker and some movement up front. And I think that's going to cost the Orioles 5 yards. And now it becomes a big penalty there, backing the Orioles up to the Tiger 49-yard line. Wow.
That totally changes their play calling there with that 5-yard penalty. Like you said, 3rd and 8's a huge difference from 3rd and 3.
It certainly is. Let's see what they do here with 4:35 remaining in the quarter. Tigers on top, 14-0. Big 3rd and 8 right here for the Orioles at the Tiger 49-yard line from the right hash. Schmelzer in the pistol. Back to throw. Quick bubble screen. Right side. Herrick catches it and then chopped down at the 48-yard line. And they're going to say, did he drop the ball?
Incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Herrick only got a yard anyway. Well, now they're waving it off. Right?
Incomplete.
One said incomplete. Okay, it is incomplete. So 4th and 8 coming up here on the incomplete pass. And now let's see what the Orioles decide to do here. Probably punt the ball away. Schmelzer back to punt again. See if he can get off a better punt here. Standing back at his own 40. The snap was rolled back to him, partially blocked by the Tigers. And Stratford is going to down the ball at their own 38-yard line. Now there's a fight for it.
It might have hit a Stratford player.
Might have hit a Stratford player. Did Stanley-Boyd recover that? We're going to find out here. There's a fight for the ball at the Tiger 38-yard line. And no indication it is Tiger ball now. They say the Tigers got on top of it at their own 38-yard line.
That punt was tipped on its way up there.
Remaining in the 2nd
Stratford,
quarter.
I think, was just caught off guard by what to do after that. It looked like they were just a little bit of scramble in there. The key there is to get away from that ball. Run as far as you can away from that ball. It's already been touched.
One was a 5-yard punt. One was like...
after that, really nothing good can happen from that. They'll learn from that one now. So Stratford takes over.
At the most.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. 4:09 left in the 2nd quarter.
On 4th down if they're going to punt like that.
Yeah, Tigers get the ball back, working right to left from their own 38.5-yard line, almost the 39. I guess it is the 39-yard line is what they're going to call it. 1st and 10 for Stratford. Mark Hendrick under center, wing to the right, receiver wide to the right, single setback. It's Urke. He gets the ball straight ahead as he dives out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and a gain of 2 for Urke. Setting up 2nd and 8, or was that Becker? Yeah, I guess it was Becker. And 2 for Jordan Becker. Now under 4 minutes to go. Tigers maybe getting a little conservative here with a 14-0 lead. Don't want to turn the ball over, certainly. 2nd and 8 here, but you want to keep the pressure on him. You can't score enough points against this Stanley-Boyd team. Handrick now back to pass. Deep down the left side, wide open at the Stanley-Boyd 35. And a foot race, they're not going to get him to the end zone. Wide open is the tight end Eli Drexler, and it's a 39-yard touchdown pass from Handrick to Drexler, and the Tigers strike once again. And they make it a 20-0 ball game on a wide open pass play from Handrick to Drexler, and the Tigers hit it once again.
Yeah, you were just talking about being conservative, and again, Stanley-Boyd was keeping sucked up more and more and more, trying to stop the run.
All right, big pass play there by the Stratford Tigers, and just when I was warning with this wind, and this wind is vicious out here. They were able to haul that one in, had a lot of patience, had a lot of time to get that catch in. Point after attempt is down, it's up, and it's good. That'll put us at
their 3rd touchdown of the first
Put us at 3:26 left to go before halftime. Stratford up 21-0.
Tigers 26 left in the moment.
In 1960, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents.
30.
Customers get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to...
Did you get the...
All right, guys, Stratford up 21-0 here as we got just a little bit over 3 minutes before halftime. We've seen Stratford be able to do some things that they thought they would be able to do. As we talked to Coach Tubbs earlier in the week, he thought they'd be able to run on these guys. He really thought they were going to win in that Week 1 game. They had those chances. If anybody watching back home remembers all the way back to Week 1, I was wearing shorts that day, not today. Stratford had chances. They had a fumble at the goal line, an interception at the goal line, and a holding take a touchdown back in that 21-7 loss. So kickoff here is pending. Again, 3:26 left before halftime. Stratford up 21-0.
And all of a sudden, decided to play action pass and find a wide open Drexler for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that was just 2 plays, 61 yards, as the Tigers kick it off right to left. And the Stanley-Boyd Orioles will get the ball back. Not a lot of time here in the second quarter. They do get the ball to start the third. Good kick here, though, and the Orioles get it at their own, 27-yard line?
It's going to be a personal foul penalty on Stratford here. Could be a 15-yard penalty. One of the Stratford Tigers blocked late on, actually he hit Colin Meyer and just nailed him, and I'm sure it's going to be a 15-yarder.
All right, so the kick was recovered at the Stanley-Boyd 28.
Now they're going to call holding
now
instead.
They're going to call holding. Okay,
yep.
All right,
yep.
Well.
They'll get 10 out of it.
10 yards. 15. Yep, that'll be at the 32-yard line now. So Stanley-Boyd takes over at their own 30, well, let's see, where are they at? The 37. Their own 37-yard line, and again, working left to right here with 3:22 remaining in the second quarter. And the Orioles get the ball back, but trailing Stratford 21-0.
And the rain is still falling here, so it's making it difficult still to throw the ball.
So here's L.J. Schmelzer in that pistol formation from his own 37-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And straight up there, the ball came out, and Stratford has it at the Stanley-Boyd 43-yard line. Schmelzer got hit at the end of the run out, and that loose football recovered by A.J. Shanefoos at the Stanley-Boyd 43-yard line, and the Tigers get on top of the turnover and have the ball back once again in Boyd territory.
Man, a huge turnover there by Schmelzer. He got popped and couldn't hang on to the football. And again, opportunistic Stratford jumps on it.
Wow, the Tigers now with 3:17 remaining in the second quarter have the ball at the Boyd 43-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jordan Becker. Becker wide to the right and almost taken down all the way back at the 50. Fights his way back to about the 40-yard line. He's going to get 3, but he ran for 10. maybe even more, because it was a wide sort of toss play to the right side. He ran wide to the right, and then all the way back to the 39-yard line, I guess. I guess they're going to call it the 40 and a 3-yard gain after all that.
That was an excellent run by Jordan Becker to get back after, like you said, not taking a big loss.
All right, so 2nd and 7 now for the Tigers. 2.5 minutes to go. Tigers working right to left from the right hash. And here's Hendrick. Oh, we had movement by the Tigers. That's going to be a false start. That's going to cost them 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 12. With 2.5 to go in the second quarter. That'll put the ball back at the 44-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and long now for Stratford. After the big fumble recovery by Sheen Foose, Tigers have it, leading 21-0. Hate to say I told you so. You know who my pick was.
Yeah.
But here is Hendrick now on a 2nd and 12 from the right hash. He'll fake the handoff, rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down and keep it. Hendrick runs to the right, down near the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. And let's see where they spot the ball. 40, well, I guess the 43, just a gain of a yard. 3rd and about 11. With a minute 40 left in the half. Now the Tigers just trying to work the clock here a little bit and go into the halftime break with a 3-touchdown lead on the number 1 seed Stanley-Boyd Orioles. Hendrick hands it off, halfback option, throws right side, complete as the handoff goes to, who got the handoff?
Number 33.
I don't have a 33.
There's no 33 on Stratford. Nothing
Not
listed.
sure who that is. And who caught it? I think, was that Schmidt on the other end of that one? Keelan? I think Schmidt went out for a pass and caught that one at the 38-yard line. It's going to set up a 4th and 6. So, what was that, a gain of about
4, was it?
4, yeah. 4-yard gain. 4th and 6 for the Tigers from the right hash. Hendrick and the Tiger offense will go for it. Screen pass right side, and it's incomplete. Boy, I tell you what, they have an argument for pass interference there. I didn't see who they intended. I think it was they were trying to get it to Jordan Becker, and he was screened off from the ball. So it's an incomplete pass. And the Tigers turn it over on downs with 38 seconds left in the half. Tigers will give the ball back to the Orioles at their own 39-yard line, working left to right from the left hash. L.J. Schmelzer in that pistol, and he'll hand it off on a sweep play from left to right. This one goes to Turner, and Turner forced out of bounds at the 43-yard line, a gain of 4 for Ben Turner. Abbotsford leads Loyal 7-0 that game at half. Marathon leads Auburndale 8-0 that game at the half. Schmelzer in that pistol again on 2nd and 7. He'll pull it down and run. Taken down from behind on a quarterback sack. Another big play there by Kalen Schmidt. Schmidt with the sack on Schmelzer back at the Stanley-Boyd 38-yard line. And he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. No, he's going to lose 5. And now here's Schmelzer back to pass again. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Schmelzer cut down as he crosses the 45 down at the 47-yard line. 8-yard run for L.J. Schmelzer, and that will end the first half of football here in Stanley-Boyd tonight. The 1 seed on the ropes. The Tigers have a 3-touchdown lead on Stanley-Boyd here at the halftime break, leading Stanley-Boyd 21-0. And quick assessment, Todd, maybe of the first half.
Yeah, I think like we were talking as we were driving over here, there's a lot of teams tonight that do rely on passing the ball. And with this kind of weather conditions, it definitely makes it difficult. So the teams that run the ball more in their normal offense are the teams you got to favor tonight. And as you said, you picked Stratford because of that reason. And I said kind of the same thing, that this weather could really inhibit teams like Marathon that throws the ball, Stanley-Boyd that throws the ball, teams like that, even Amherst that throws the ball. And it's just tougher to get things going when that ball is wet.
You got that right, and it's been all Stratford Tigers here tonight so far in the first two quarters, and the Tigers have a 21-0 lead. 2 touchdown runs by Cade Erkey and a 59-yard touchdown pass from Mark Handrick to Eli Drexler. And those are the 3 scoring plays for Stratford, and they have a 21-0 lead here at the halftime break of this Division 5 Level 2 playoff game. The winner moves on to face either Amherst or Spencer Columbus next week. Those 2 teams are squaring off in Amherst tonight, and no score on that one yet. But boy, that would be a heck of a matchup if we could get the Rockets together with the Tigers next week in Spencer.
That would be a beaut, and there would be an overflow capacity there. Standing room only. You'd have to get there early to get a seat.
Yeah, you got that right. Get there about Thursday and claim your spot for the Friday game, right? Maybe even Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Set your chair or your cushion out early.
Yeah, just like the parade, right?
That's right.
Before the parade goes by, put a blanket or something out there about Tuesday afternoon. After lunch, get out there and claim your spot. But we'll see. Right now, it looks like Stratford is moving on to level 3 with a 3-touchdown lead on Stanley-Boyd here at the half of this one. You're listening to Stratford Football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. We're also available on the TuneIn Radio app on your mobile device. Let's give you a couple of other scores before we send it to Gene for a sports update. Abbotsford leading Loyal 7-0 at the half. Marathon leading Auburndale 8-0 at the half of that Division 6 playoff game up at Marathon High School tonight. So those are the only scores we have for you so far. And here in Stanley-Boyd, Stratford 21 and the Orioles 0. And Gene Delisio has the sports update as our halftime report continues in just a moment. Oh, I just got it. 15-6 Amherst. All right, 90 here. 90 here and then the Gene's yeah.
That's a while this ends. $1,300 off.
That's all right. 90 here and then the halftime program.
Sounds
good. Man, Spencer was hanging right with them and they fell for a fake punt before.
Oh, really?
Center for details.
A&B Process.
All right.
Large part of the Stratford community for over 40 years.
This is 10 minutes and 21 seconds, too, by the way.
Services and equipment for Fortune 500 customers in the food, beverage, dairy, pharmaceutical, and industrial markets. A&B Process Systems builds more than quality process systems. They build relationships. Check their website for career opportunities, www.abprocess.com. A&B Process Systems, Stratford.
At Advantage Community Bank, we know you have many checking and savings options. But the fact that we offer free Advantage checking is really special. And the fact that we're your neighbors and not miles away makes it that much better. Add a little online banking, IRAs, CDs, ATM, and debit cards, and you've got a recipe for strong and experience the community advantage by choosing the proven, reliable leadership of Advantage Community Bank. Check us out at AdvantageCommunityBank.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're tuned to high school football action this evening on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and also on 105.5 FM, WLJY. I'm Gene Delisio with a halftime sports update. First of all, let's update you on some sporting events taking place around central Wisconsin on Saturday. We have a big day of sports activity around our area on Saturday. The WIAA is sponsoring its 8-man football jamboree at Steam Stadium in Schofield on Saturday. There will be 4 8-man football games played at Steam Stadium tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. with the contest between Siren and Alma Center Lincoln. At 1 o'clock, Wasaki faces Sevastopol. At 4 o'clock, Northwood Solon Springs will play Oakfield. And at 7 p.m., Luck takes on Wausau Newman. Good chance to see that 8-man football game in person, and some great teams exhibiting that game. That's all tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. at Steam Stadium in Schofield. UW Stevens Point football team plays Whitewater. That ball game is at Gerke Field in Stevens Point tomorrow. Kickoff for that one is at 1 o'clock. Wisconsin Badger football team plays at Illinois on Saturday. Coverage of that game begins at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning on AM 1320 WFHR and also on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. The WIAA Boys and Girls Cross Country Finals are scheduled for Saturday at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. Let's take a look at the area athletes competing in these meets. The Division III girls meet includes the girls team from Auburndale, along with Marissa Miguel Mathias of Nakusa Port Edwards and Matt Roth of Colby Abbotsford. And in Division I boys, Joseph McKee and Jordan Zakovich of Marshfield, all running tomorrow at the WIAA Boys and Girls Cross Country Finals at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. Also tomorrow, WIAA Girls Volleyball Sectional Finals. In Division I, DC Everest plays River Falls at Menominee. In Division II, St. Croix Central is at Merrill. In Division III, Stratford plays Menasha St. Mary at Athens. Those matches all at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. In Division IV, Florence will play Wausau Newman at Newman tomorrow at 4 p.m. WIAA Boys Soccer Sectional Finals are scheduled for tomorrow. In Division II, Wausau East will play New Richmond at Merrill. That match begins at 4 p.m. And in Division IV, Columbus meets McDonnell Regis at Arcadia. And there is a change in the start time of that match. That match now will begin at 6 o'clock on Saturday evening at Arcadia, Columbus, and McDonnell Regis in a Division IV Boys Soccer Sectional Final. Let's talk some other sports items around central Wisconsin today. Defensive back Titus Booker is leaving the Wisconsin Badger football program. Booker is a redshirt sophomore who played in 14 games last season, recording 6 tackles. He played in Wisconsin's opener against Akron this season, but has not played since. It is unclear if Booker will remain at Wisconsin or transfer to another school to continue his college football career. Former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman Don Barkley is receiving interest from other NFL teams. Barkley did not play for the Packers this season because of a preseason ankle injury. He was cut by Green Bay earlier in the week. Barkley is working out this week for the Detroit Lions. Barkley appeared in 62 games for Green Bay between 2012 and 2016, starting 24. He can play both guard and tackle, which could be appealing to the Lions as they are struggling with an offensive line that is ranked in the bottom 6 among teams in the NFL. Let's take a look at the Central Wisconsin Conference South Division All-Conference Volleyball team for this season. Port Edwards standout Caitlin Lipp is All-Conference first team. The second team includes Michaela Beslich of Pittsville and Abby Hedkowski of Port Edwards. On the All-Conference Honorable Mention team, Lydia Senkin and Tara Baker of Pittsville and Jade Martin of Port Edwards. The Central Wisconsin South Division Volleyball Player of the Year is Paige Hintz of Pacelli. The Wisconsin Valley Conference Girls Swim Meet held on Thursday at UW Stevens Point. And Stevens Point, the team winner with a score of 575. DC Everest second at 524. Wausau East third at 308. Wisconsin Rapids fourth at 266. Marshfield fifth at 174. Wausau West 162. Merrill 137. Wisconsin Rapids took 5th place in the 200 relay with the team of Madeline Kriskowski, Megan Galita, Maddie Esselman, and Ellie Hyman. And the Marshfield Tigers had 2 fifth-place finishes, Alyssa Franks in the 200 medley and Sophie Kane in the backstroke. The EW Milwaukee baseball team, featuring Marshfield's Trevor Schwecke, will do a lot of traveling at the outset of the 2018 season. The Panthers will open their schedule at the Snowbird Baseball Classic in Port Charlotte, Florida, against Ohio State and Canisius. The Panthers also play in Daytona Beach against Bethune-Cookman, at Gonzaga, and at Alabama Birmingham, and at Big Ten opponents Minnesota and Illinois before starting Horizon League play in mid-March. The Panthers open their home schedule against Northern Kentucky on April 6th. Milwaukee is scheduled to play one more season of home games at Henry Aaron Field on the north side of Milwaukee before moving into a new minor league ballpark now under construction in Franklin. Trevor Schwecke was a freshman infielder at Milwaukee last season and hit .306 with 13 RBIs in 30 games. The Milwaukee Brewers are re-signing infielder Eric Sogard for the 2017 season. Sogard was eligible for free agency this winter, but he will stay in Milwaukee with a one-year contract worth $2.4 million, along with $600,000 in incentives. Sogard played in 80 games at second base and shortstop for Milwaukee in 2017 and hit .273. UW Oshkosh women's basketball coach Brad Fisher of Marshfield is holding a women's basketball open practice at the Colt Sports Center in Oshkosh tomorrow between 9 and 11 a.m. The practice is open to all coaches and there is no charge to attend. Coach Fisher will work out his Oshkosh women's basketball team. It includes former Loyal High School standout Carson Reith. Once again, that open practice at UW Oshkosh Saturday morning between 9 and 11 a.m. The preseason men's basketball rankings in for this season for the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, and Aurora of Illinois is the preseason favorite to win the league championship. Concordia of Mequon picked for second place, Benedictine of Illinois third, Wisconsin Lutheran fourth, the Milwaukee School of Engineering fifth, Dominican of Illinois sixth, Marion of Fond du Lac seventh, Lakeland of Sheboygan eighth, Edgewood of Madison ninth, Rockford 10th, Concordia of Chicago picked for 11th place. Benedictine is the defending champion in the NACC. You know, the NBA game is much different today than it was just 20 years ago. Back then, there was a lot more inside play with post players who played down low with their back to the basket. We do not see anymore, but Hall of Famer David Robinson believes that style will return.
Everyone's going to follow what's successful. And, you know, when we had the Twin Towers, and it was a long period there. Everyone was going for the big guys and trying to get big fellas in there. And now, you know, these 7-foot guys are coming out shooting threes now. Everybody wants to be Kevin Durant now. They don't want to be Akeem Olajuwon anymore. You know, feel. So
I have 1 minute left.
You know, as we get more guys.
All right, then do 1 minute spots after that.
Go down the post and everybody will realize, you know what?
Sounds good.
If I can go down to the post and I can, you know,
how are we doing on those?
And I can make, you know, max contact.
We had, I think, 11 minutes remaining before halftime, so we're down to like about 10 or so, I'd say.
It's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have anything to worry about getting done. We can just keep doing
right
what
now,
we're
the game
doing.
is wide open. The referees are such that you don't get rewarded for banging. You don't get rewarded for, you know, any contact is going to be, you can't play defense down in the post. I mean, it's been a very challenging environment for big guys, for sure.
Basketball Hall of Famer David Robinson. And that is our halftime sports update for this evening on WLJY and WOSQ. We'll come back with more of our halftime program following these messages.
As the temperatures get cooler, the exercise moves indoors to Rose Bowl Lanes in Marshfield. In October, bowl $2 games from 11 to 9 on Tuesdays. Sundays for $12.99 an hour lane rental. On Saturday, the 28th, is the Halloween party, so dress up in your goofiest for the fun. Karaoke and DJ by Candy Shop at Rose Bowl Lanes in Marshfield.
It's that time of year when accidents just seem to happen, but Courtesy Auto and Truck Center's Body Shop has the factory-trained experts that can put your vehicle back in shape in a hurry. Quality parts and tools to repair your vehicle's damage, so let the pros fix it right the first time. You don't want to wait any longer than necessary to get your vehicle back, and Courtesy Auto and Truck Service is the right place for the expert, courteous service you deserve. So if you've hit a deer or have other damage to your vehicle, take it to Courtesy Auto and Truck Center's Body Shop, or call today to make plans for that needed repair at 715-669-5517. Courtesy drives the distance.
All right, back here at Stanley-Boyd High School as our coverage of Stratford Tiger football continues here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and online at WOSQFM.com. Adam Burden is producing our broadcast tonight alongside Todd Schultz. I'm Warren, and the Stratford Tigers with a 21-0 lead over Stanley-Boyd here tonight in this Division 5 Level 2 playoff game. As we continue our halftime report, I'll look at our halftime stats. They are brought to you by Egg Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities. And Todd, a kind of a surprising halftime score, maybe. I thought maybe Stratford would be able to run the ball, but maybe not put up 3 touchdowns and have their defense play as well as it has, but it's been all Tigers here tonight.
Well, the defense for Stratford is really the story because they've continued to give great field positions to their offense, and then the punting game of the Stanley-Boyd Orioles has left something to be desired. I mean, a 5-yard punt, like an 8-yard punt, and maybe a 10-yard punt. So those are basically like turnovers, really. So they have Stanley-Boyd one of their worst first halves of the season. And from the stats, you can see basically the Stanley-Boyd Orioles had 38 yards of total offense in the first half. And when you hold L.J. Schmelzer 3 for 8 for 3 yards, it's just unheard of. So you give Stratford a lot of credit, and I know we've been referring to the weather a lot, but it is difficult to throw the ball when it's wet. And that's definitely influenced, I'm sure, Schmelzer in this offense a lot because they rely on doing a lot of different things in Stanley-Boyd with their offense, and they're not just a power running team. That's just not what they do. And you can see that from the first half in how they performed with only 38 yards. Leading ball carrier for Stanley-Boyd was Ben Turner, had 5 carries for 19 yards, and that's about it. On the side for Stratford, leading ball carrier Kate Ericke, 13 carries, 59 yards, and overall Stratford had 223 yards of total offense in the first half. So again, 223 for Stratford, only 38 for Stanley-Boyd, and that's why it's 21-0.
Wow. All right, 21-0 Tigers. The Orioles will start the second half with the ball as Stratford kicks off right to left as we start third quarter action here at Stanley-Boyd. The kickoff goes through the back of the end zone and out of bounds, and the Orioles will start at their own 20-yard line, working left to right as we see the action here at Stanley-Boyd High School, and the third quarter getting underway with a 21-0 Stratford lead here tonight.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked that much about the wind, but it's very windy, and it's a pretty much a straight north wind, so it's right into the face of Stanley-Boyd right now, so they're going wind with this drive.
All right, so the Orioles have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, working left to right as we start the second half here tonight. L.J. Schmelzer, the Orioles quarterback in that pistol formation, fakes a handoff, now toss left side, trying to get to the edge is, I believe, Nesteric. And going to spot that ball at the 24-yard line, a gain of 4. Second and 6 now from the left hash. Schmelzer, the handoff. Turner, left side. Turner breaks a tackle out across the 40. A big run by Ben Turner out to the 44-yard line. A 20-yard run for Turner and a Stanley-Boyd first down. Well, they're going to mark at the 43, so a 19-yard gain. Still a first down for Turner, his first big run of the night. That nearly equals the entire Stanley-Boyd offense from the first half. Turner again off left tackle out across the 45 to the 47, a gain of 4. And a 2nd and 6, and the Orioles again with that hurry-up offense. They hurry right back to the line. 2nd and 6, 1 minute gone by, just underway, third quarter. Stratford leading 21-0. Schmelzer with a fake handoff. He'll keep it himself off the left side, fights his way out to the 49, a gain of 2. And a critical third down here for the Orioles. 3rd and about 4 from the Stanley-Boyd 49 line. Orioles quickly back to the line. 3rd and about 3 here, I guess it is. Schmelzer in that pistol formation from the left hash. Handoff, left side. Tigers get a stop, and the Orioles go backwards. They're going to lose a yard. Was it Turner?
It was.
And he lost a yard back to the 48, 4th and 4. And if you're the Orioles down by 3 scores, you've got to go for it here, don't you?
Well, especially when they've been punting the ball. They haven't been very productive in that area, so you might as well go for it.
Right back to the line. Schmelzer on 4th and about 5. He'll take the snap, rolling to his right, throwing right side, and it's caught at the Tiger 44-yard line. He was out of bounds. Boy, they're going to give him the catch, but I don't think he hauled that one in. There was no way. Did he come down in bounds with it? Oh my goodness, they're going to give him the catch. Tiger 44-yard line. I don't know about that. Did they give it to him?
They did.
Is it
Colin Meyer?
Meyer hauls it in at the Tiger 44, and if he got a toe in, he was lucky. Boy, that was right on the boundary. They're going to give it to him at the Tiger 44-yard line and a 1st and 10. Now Turner off left tackle inside the Tiger 40 down to the 38-yard line. And 5 yards there for Turner. Boy, and that pass play was what? 15 yards?
That's what I was going to ask you if you saw how far it was. Or I was watching his tap his feet in as he caught that. It was a beautiful play by Colin Meyer.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it was at the 44. Let's see here. Not sure. Now there was some movement.
Must have been about 10 yards.
Well, where was the line of scrimmage? I'm trying to remember where they were at.
Because they needed about 5.
6, 8 yards. Yeah, 8 yards. So now after the penalty, it's 2nd and 1. Off the right side. Here's Turner and a first down carry from the 39 to the... Let's see where they spot this one. The 29-yard line. We had about a 10-yard run. No, they didn't have the scoreboard updated. I was looking at the scoreboard there. A little behind on that one. About a 6-yard gain, right? For Turner. Well, after the penalty, yeah, right. Okay, so it was the 39 plus 5. They were at the 34-yard line. Hash. Tigers do a good job of stretching that play out. Meyer runs all the way across to the left side of the field, far side, to get 2 yards on the play, and no, maybe not even that. Let's see where they spot this one. A yard at most to the 28-yard line. A yard gain on that one. Now from the left hash, 2nd and about 9. Schmelzer in that pistol again, takes the snap, fakes a handoff, now throws it right side, incomplete. Trying to get it to Brandon Herrick on a kind of a bubble screen off the right side and thrown behind him. Incomplete, 3rd and 9.
They haven't thrown anything deep to Herrick at all. Only thing they've thrown to him are little bubble screens and haven't given him any opportunity to make any big plays.
So now a big third down and about 9 here for the Orioles at the Tiger 29-yard line. Schmelzer takes the snap and throws it right side, incomplete. Not sure who they were trying to get that to. There was a lot of traffic over there, over on the right side. Nesteric was over there, but boy, that ball was not anywhere near a receiver, and it's fourth down. And you've got to go for it if you're the Orioles here at the Tiger 29-yard line. 2 back-to-back incomplete passes now, 4th and 10. They hurry to the line on 4th and 10 from the Tiger 29. Schmelzer rolling to his right, now throw near side, incomplete, out of bounds, over the head of Brandon Herrick, and that ends a 12-play drive.
Yeah, that was definitely one that slipped out of Schmelzer's hand. He was trying to get it to Herrick, and it just sailed on him. It went way to the right of the receiver and just went out of bounds, not even close to Herrick on that one. So
but the Orioles had the Tigers on their heels on that drive, moving the ball well, and then they start throwing the ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. I mean, they want to throw the ball. That's their offense, the Boyd offense. But again, tonight, just not there.
So the Tigers take over on downs at their own 29-yard line with 8:20 left in the third quarter. And now the Tigers on first down hand it off. And it is
I think Becker.
Jordan Becker, the ball carrier, straight ahead out across the 35 to the 36, a 7-yard for Jordan Becker, setting up minutes remaining. Have the ball working right to left from the right hash and leading Stanley-Boyd 21-0. Mark Handrick under center, single setback, receivers right and left. Fake handoff, Handrick over the middle, wide open at the Tiger 49-yard line. Was that Drexler again?
Yes.
Eli Drexler wide open over the middle, catches it at the Tiger 49, taken down inside the Stanley-Boyd 45 at the 44-yard line, and it is a 20-yard pass play from Handrick to Drexler and a Tiger first down.
Another good play by the Stratford Tigers. Again, fooling this Stanley-Boyd defense, because Stratford has not thrown it very much, but when they have, they've been effective.
All right, so a 1st and 10 now at the Boyd 44-yard line. Handrick under center, trips right, single setback, and the give to Becker. Big hole up. Becker makes misses. 7, takes it down to the 30, makes another man miss at the 27. Becker, a foot race, far right side, finally shoved out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Jordan Becker right through the Boyd defense. Now he's going to get shoved out at the 11-yard line after a gain of 33, and the Tigers with another big run. And Becker, running through tackles and making people miss all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I noticed Keith Erke's not in the game, so I just wonder if he re-injured whatever he was banged up, whether it was ankle or knee, because now it's been Becker in there most of the time.
Boy, oh boy, a nice run by Becker. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Boyd 11-yard line. And Handrick back under center. Tigers trying to put an exclamation here and a big run up the middle or off right tackle inside 5 or close to it. And that was that Kalen Schmidt with the carry down to the 5-yard line, a 6-yard run for Schmidt. 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line. Tigers to the line, trying to punch this one over to maybe put this game out of reach. Teddy Redmond right side, bounces it out to the right. Redmond trying to get the edge. Caught from behind and shoved out maybe at the 3 or 4-yard line. About the 4-yard line, maybe a gain of a yard, and that's it. 3rd and just a couple here, 3. They can get a first down around the 1-yard line. 3rd and 3 from the Stanley-Boyd yard line. 6 minutes to go in the third. Tigers trying to go up by 4 touchdowns here and maybe put this game out of reach. Handoff, right side, Dellinger Wide to the right, cuts it back up toward the middle, maybe a yard, and that's it. Good defense by Boyd on that one. Dellinger gets a yard. It'll be 4th and 2 at the 3.
I want to consider a field goal here, actually.
If you try a field goal here.
Their field goal kicker's done a good job with the PATs, and that's really what this is.
It's just basically a PAT here.
Yeah.
And let's see what they do on 4th and 2 from the Stanley-Boyd 3-yard line. They're going to go for it. Guess they figure, if nothing else, they got him pinned deep.
Correct.
4th and 2 from the 3. Handrick under center. Backs are split behind him. Wing to the right. And now we've got a Tiger timeout with 5:14 left in the 3rd. And we'll take it with him. And more football. A big 4th down play for the Tigers when we come back after this.
You probably don't think too much about your floors, right? But when they need replacing, you want something different.
30.
Affordability, durability, and design are probably all you think about. Rest assured, you'll find all those things and more at Rice's Capital Carpet in Marshfield. Whether you're looking
I don't think Erky, he's not been in the second half at all yet.
even Rice's Capital Carpet has one
Yeah, he
of the
must
largest
have.
in the area. Let one of the friendly and knowledgeable sales staff at Rice's Capital Carpet put flooring under your feet that you can't stop thinking about. Visit them
really?
on Facebook. Line at Rice Rug.
Scoring update here. Amherst now leading Spencer Columbus 29-6. That was the halftime score, by the way, down in Amherst. Looks like the Rocket season's going to come to an end tonight at Amherst, and that's not even close down there. And we figured that might happen.
Yeah, that'll be the 3rd year in a row that Amherst has ended SC season.
Doggone it. All right, 4th and 2 for the Tigers here as we come back to action at Stanley-Boyd from the Boyd 3-yard line. Tigers are going to go for it, already leading 21-0. Handrick under center, powerhouse backfield on 4th and 2. Handrick turns and gives left side, wide open, in the end zone, yes. Is that Jordan Becker? Off the left side, Becker dives into the end zone on 4th and 2 for a Tigers score, and they lead 27-0. Becker on a simple off-tackle play. Nothing fancy about that.
All right, guys, after that Becker touchdown, Stratford looks now to go up 28-0 over Stanley-Boyd. Make sure to stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. We'll have winning coach, and we'll have a player of the game. That's coming up after the game. Brought to you by NasonvilleDairy.com.
Off the kicker, boy, he came in there pretty hard. Personal foul on Stanley-Boyd.
No, offsides on Stanley-Boyd.
I'm sorry, was it?
Yeah, offsides on Stanley-Boyd.
Can't see through all that rain.
Number 10,
Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer got in there a little early. He's actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he really has.
Standout players for Boyd, even though they're down 27-0.
And really on both sides of the ball, he's made some pretty good plays, but not that time. So now they get to try it again, right?
Yep, that's right. They might go for 2 here now. They're closer.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2. Here's Handrick now. The offense is back out there. So Handrick, split backfield. I believe that's Dellinger and Becker. Handrick rolling to his left, throwing into the end zone. Wide open for 2. Is it Becker?
Drexler, I think.
Eli. Is it Drexler?
I think so.
Eli Drexler on the 2-point conversion, make it 29-0 Tigers with 5:11 to go in the ball game. Tigers running away with this one, headed for level 3, and back after this. Write the time down. 30.
100 years ago, many local farmers were still plowing their fields with horses. Today, many of our ag customers are banking online from laptops. Agriculture keeps changing. One thing that always remains the same is that you can bank on our experience. Partners Bank, member FDIC.
3. Yeah, here we go. 29-0. The Stratford Tigers, their 4th touchdown of the ballgame, a 3-yard touchdown run by Jordan Becker on 4th and 2. Becker then caught a 2-point conversion throw from quarterback Mark Handrick And the Tigers have blown this game wide open now with their fourth score of the ball game, leading 29-0 as they kick off right to left. And that one carried Herrick into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. But boy, how about this Tiger offense? A big score right there.
Yeah, it's been a great performance by the Stratford Tigers all the way around tonight. Their defense is really giving them great field position in the first half, and the offense is now starting to take advantage of it and really impose their will now on Stanley-Boyd. That was a beautiful drive, and it was just a power drive, basically taking it down the field. And, Boyd might start to be losing a little bit of motivation here as they're starting to, kind of feel their season maybe ending or slipping away.
That was a 7-play, 71-yard drive by the Tigers to put this game potentially out of reach here for the Orioles as they take the field now at their own 20-yard line. And here's Herrick off the left side. Was that a reverse?
It was.
And Herrick, I think, taken down for a loss. They caught him behind the line of scrimmage. Herrick on a reverse. Originally went to the right side, then to the left, and Herrick lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 now from the 19. Now a handoff to Ben Turner, and he'll lose a yard. Or maybe just get back to the line. I guess he did, so no gain. 3rd and 11. Tiger defense came to play tonight.
They sure did. Now they're just pinning their ears back. I mean, they're just coming after them, daring them to throw the ball because they're in the backfield on every play.
Got that right. So now a 3rd and 11 from the 19. 4:09 left in the third. Schmelzer in that pistol formation. Now more of a shotgun that time. Back to pass, trying to set up a screen. That one bobbled and dropped by Nesteric. 4th and 11. Here comes the punt team.
LJ Schmelzer is 4 for 13 for 11 yards. We've been mentioning all game. I mean, that one just fluttered as he threw a little screen pass. It just fluttered to the running back. It didn't have even a spiral on it.
So now here is Schmelzer, the punter, and that one is blocked into the end zone. It's going to go out of the back of the end zone, and that one was blocked by Ben Barton. Barton, he has been getting close all night. Is that a two-pointer?
It is. It's a safety.
That's a safety. That one blocked by Barton. It goes out of the back of the end zone. 2 more for the Tigers. They now lead 31-0. That is a safety, and the Tigers get 2 and the ball.
What else could happen to Stanley-Boyd?
Boy, I tell you what, I mean, when it rains, literally, it pours. And nothing has gone right for the Orioles tonight.
The Stanley-Boyd special teams has just been not good. I'll just put it that way. The punt game has really struggled, and again, now a blocked punt on top of the short punts that they had in the first half. So, again, everything's going wrong for Stanley-Boyd.
Got that right. Ben Barton gets in there. Blocks a punt attempt by LJ Schmelzer that went out of the back of the end zone, and a safety by the Tigers. They now lead 31-0. What's this? And Amherst now leads Spencer Columbus 35-6. Rockets went on a good run. Tough to see a guy like Hunter Lipke end his career that way. And now here comes the kickoff by Stanley-Boyd, picked up by Becker, and Becker picks it up at about the Stanley-Boyd 49, runs it all the way down to the 32-yard line. And so again, the Tigers get the ball after a safety, and they take over at the Stanley-Boyd 32-yard line.
I think what Stanley-Boyd tried to do in that kickoff, they tried to hit it and kick it into one of the up men, and he sidestepped it, almost like playing dodgeball, and the up man sidestepped, and then Becker was able to get it from the second row.
So now the Tigers Trying to set up a screen pass from Hendrick to Dellinger. Off the right side, incomplete, no gain. But, yeah, the Tigers felt disrespected coming in. They were not a 5 seed, and they almost probably should have beat Stanley-Boyd week 1 if it hadn't been for a few turnovers and other miscues by some young players. They easily win that game at Stratford, and kind of been getting disrespected, overlooked all season long. They came in here with a big chip on their shoulders tonight, and been playing like it all night. Here's Becker off the right side. Couple of yards, maybe to the 30, a gain of a yard or two. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that chip on Stratford's shoulders going to have to get pretty big for next week because they got Amherst next week, so that's going to be a test, as it is for anyone who plays Amherst.
You got that right.
So I'm sure one of our stations will be covering that one, most likely, to see how Stratford can fare against Amherst.
Yeah, we'll be there for that one. You can bet on it. That'll be a 5 versus a 2. How about that? 3rd and 8 now. Hendrick on a reverse. Redmond from right to left. Redmond off the left side, finding a little running room, tripped up at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 on 3rd and 8. So 4th and 3 for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 25-yard line. And that ball, boy, they set it down and it just rolls sideways in the wind and the rain. It's really blown out there.
It's very tough to throw the ball in this condition, especially against the wind. And you know, again, we've talked about it a lot tonight, but it's really influenced the way this game's been played.
And when that's your offense, I mean, what are you going to do? Big 4th and 3 here. Hendrick rolling to his left. He'll keep it, and he'll run for the first down. Inside the 20. Hendrick on 4th and 3. A little fake or play action to the right. Roll out to the left. Hendrick dives inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line, and a gain of 8 and a first down. How about that?
Worked this time. Earlier in the game that didn't work.
Yeah.
When they ran the bootleg off the fake, and it didn't work, but that time Hendrick was able to get a nice gain and keep the drive going.
You got that right. So now a big run by Hendrick on 4th and 3 and a first down for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 18-yard line. Guess that was a gain of 7, but a first down nonetheless. Edgar leading 35-0 over Pittsville, we were just told. And now the Tigers, Jordan Becker off the right side, inside the 10, down to the 8. Inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up for the Tigers. Boy, I tell you what, you punch it in here.
And you got, is there a running clock in the playoffs?
After 35,
Even
yeah.
in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Then it would be continuous clock situation, and that would be doing everyone a favor out there in the stands. 2nd and 6 now. Hendrick back to pass. Quick slant. Vaughn Bright left side, a little behind him, incomplete. Boy, they had it open too. If Hendrick puts it on him, that goes into the end zone for 6 more. And Bright was open on the quick slant. He was the slot receiver on the left side, just thrown behind Bright, and they missed that one.
It was definitely catchable, but it wasn't right on the money, like you said, because it was thrown nice and soft. It wasn't drilled in there, but again, Bright couldn't come up with it.
All right, so now 3rd and 6. Powerhouse backfield. Hendrick fumbled the snap. Gets it to Redmond off the right side. Redmond cut down at the 11-yard line, maybe 2 on the play, and that's it. It's going to set up 4th and about 4 here for the Tigers, and now maybe you try the field goal. I'm not sure.
I don't think they want to risk getting it blocked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think they don't want to risk getting it blocked and having it taken the other way, so they'll probably just go for it again with the big lead.
All right, so 4th and 4 here from the Stanley-Boyd 11-yard line. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Tigers, all Stratford here tonight, leading 31-0. 4th and 4. Hendrick rolling to his right on the keeper. Makes a man miss at the 8. Hendrick walks into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a penalty marker on the play. Handrick goes in from 11 yards out. Penalty marker on the play. It's going to be a hold on the Tigers, and that one is coming back. So Handrick's touchdown run is negated. Tigers with a holding violation on that one. So 4th and 4 now becomes, well, let's see, they march it off back outside the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's an 11-yard penalty. So 4th and about 15. Yeah, might as well go for it. They got Vaughn Bright lined up wide to the right. Handrick under center, backs are split, slot to the right. Handrick looking to throw deep, right side, end zone, jump ball, Vaughn Bright. No, that one is over his head and incomplete. Well, they tried to take a shot, but Handrick just put way too much on that one. Didn't even give Bright a chance to go up for the jump ball, and the Tigers will turn it over on downs with 21 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Tigers leading this one 31-0.
I really like the play call there. Bright had one-on-one coverage, and Bright is about or so, and he definitely had a shorter D-back on, which Stratford has the wind with them. It was a corner throw, and the wind just took it into the end zone much further than what Handrick anticipated, and Bright had no chance.
So the Orioles get the ball back at their own 22-yard line, and on first down, is that Turner? Nesteric takes the handoff and gets drilled at the 21-yard line. He's going to lose a yard, and that will end the third quarter. The Tigers blowing them out tonight, 31-0 after 3, and fourth quarter action from Stanley-Boyd after this.
This time of year, the roads aren't exactly your truck's friend, so when your truck parts start to fall apart,
1 minute.
Stand up.
All right, guys, Stratford now firmly in command of this one, 31-0. It is the start of the fourth quarter now. Make sure to stay with us for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We will be with Coach Tubbs after the game. We'll have Coach's comments afterwards, and our player of the game, Jordan Becker. All that comes up at the end of the fourth quarter in our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Whiffy, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated.
Incomplete, intended for Ben Turner. It'll be 3rd and 11 as the Orioles now working right to left here as we switch directions for the final quarter of this ball game here tonight at Stanley-Boyd. The 5 seed has the 1 seed on the verge of elimination here. Now Schmelzer on 3rd and 11, rolling to his right, throwing over the middle. That one tipped and almost intercepted by Dellinger at the Stanley-Boyd 40-yard line. I think Schmelzer was hit as he let that one go, and just kind of a wobbly pass kind of floated up out there toward the 40-yard line.
And even the pass before that he threw was just a duck. I mean, coming out of his hand, and he's got the wind with him now, but still, the passes look pretty ugly coming out of his hand right now.
So now 4th and 11 after the incomplete pass. And it looks like Schmelzer will go back in punt formation here, and Dylan Dellinger deep for the Tigers. Just underway in the, here's a fake punt now by Schmelzer. He'll run it out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. A gain of 5 for Schmelzer, but a turnover on downs for Stanley-Boyd, and the Tigers take over at the Boyd 27 or 6-yard line. Boy, oh boy. 27-yard line.
Yeah, and of course Stratford's going to be ready for a fake punt there when you're down by 31 points. So snapping it to the short man, Herrick, it just didn't work out for him. Only getting 5 yards when he needed 11.
Now let's see, Mark Handrick still in at quarterback. Dellinger back there along with Jordan Becker. Backs are split, wing left, 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 27-yard line. Tigers working left to right. Handrick takes the snap, hands off to Becker, left side. Becker inside the 20 to the 15. Becker down to about the 14-yard line. A 13-yard run for Jordan Becker. And another nice run for Becker and the Tigers, and they're threatening once again early 4th quarter.
Yeah, Becker's done a superb job tonight filling in for Erke. He's now over 100 yards. He's got 13 or 12 carries for 104 yards for Jordan Becker, and he's shown some nice power tonight, breaking a lot of tackles and moving the pile in a lot of his runs.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Stanley-Boyd 14-yard line from the left hash. Handrick under center, backs are split. Here's the give up the middle. Schoenfuss.
Becker again.
Again up the middle to the about the 7-yard line, and he rips off 7 more on that play.
I tell you, Jordan Becker's having a lot of fun right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's reading the blocks really well, beat by his offensive lineman, and he's delivering some blows when he gets in that secondary.
So it's 2nd and 3 now for the Tigers from the Boyd 7-yard line. 10:45 left in this one. Handrick to the line. Powerhouse backfield here from the left hash. And here's Schoenfuss this time. And A.J. gets knocked back a yard, back to the 8-yard line. He lost a yard on that play. 3rd and about 3.5 or so coming up. So Dellinger now comes out. Redmond comes in. They haven't gotten Redmond going really much tonight.
That was more in the first half.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got 9 carries for 62 yards.
Okay.
And he broke off a 21 and a 17. So a couple of good runs.
3rd and 3 from the 7.
There he is.
There's Redmond, and he goes nowhere. And in fact, he loses a couple of yards back to the 9. 4th and 5. And he lost a couple yards there. 4th and 5 from the 9 for the Tigers. Here's where you go. Vaughn Bright, right side, jump ball, end zone, right on the big E. Nope, he's not even in the game. They're just going to run it unless Handrick runs the rollout. Now there's a penalty marker down and a false start on the Tigers. That'll cost him 5. It'll be 4th and 10 from the 14. Abbotsford defeats the Loyal Greyhounds 17-0. We're even. You called that one. I thought the Hounds could get it done at home, and Abbotsford a revenge game. Remember, Loyal beat him just 2 weeks ago to win the Cloverwood Conference title. But how about the Falcons? They go into Loyal and beat the Greyhounds and shut them out. Here's Handrick on a keeper. Now he'll just pitch it out to the right side. He flips it out to Becker, right? Kind of an underhanded flip, and gets it to Becker down to the 6-yard line. He's shy of the first down though, right? Boy, they had Handrick dead to rights as soon as he took the snap. He was in the grasp of the Stanley-Boyd defense, and he flipped it underhanded out to Becker off the right side, and Becker took it down to the 6-yard line.
Man,
and a gain of 8.
He was just short by about a yard.
Yeah.
That was an amazing play. That was like a Brett Favre play when he's done some of those goofy plays where he just scoops it underhand to his receiver, and that's exactly what Handrick did there.
Yeah.
It just about worked.
It did work for 8 yards, but not enough. I guess they call it the 5. 9 yards. He was short of the first down by about a yard. And the Orioles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line with 9:15 to go in regulation. Schmelzer back to pass deep down the near sideline. That ball is tipped incomplete. Trying to get that one to Ben Turner. down the left sideline, and he had a couple guys on him, and now Turner comes off the field limping, and 2nd and 10.
I was kind of hoping they'd score there just because then we'd have the running clock.
Right, yeah. And you and all the fans sitting out in the rain were hoping the same thing. So now here's 2nd and 10. Schmelzer throws it left side, gets it to Meyer at the 10. Can't make a man miss there, and good defense by Trevor Denny making the play out there, along with, I think, Malterer was in the area. So Meyer, a gain of what, 4? Third and 6. Here's a shovel pass off to the right side by Schmelzer to Meyer again. No running room out there off the right side. A yard, and that's it. 4th and 5. And I'm sure they'll, well, anything they've tried has not worked. It doesn't matter. The Tigers have been all over everything. Fake punts, real punts, go for it. You know, I mean, Tiger defense, man, they have done an outstanding job just stifling this Stanley-Boyd offense, and they'll go for it. And here's a handoff. And Luke Spaeth out to the 14, and on 4th and 5, he gets 4, and the Orioles will turn the ball over on downs at their own 14-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 at the Stanley-Boyd 14-yard line. Is it Max Schwabe time?
I don't know. Could be.
I haven't seen him out there yet.
No.
They're going to let Handrick finish the game.
Yeah, Schwabe just came in.
Yeah, I figured
He
it
just
would be,
called it.
Yeah,
He called it.
It would be Schwabe time.
He just ran into the huddle as the quarterback.
All right, here's Max Schwabe, sophomore quarterback. 5'5", 135 pounds. He'll be 140 by the time this one wraps up. All that water. And a handoff to Redmond off the right side. Teddy Redmond is going to run it into the end zone from 15 yards out for a Tiger touchdown. And Redmond with a nice run off the right side. So a 15-yard run for Teddy Redmond with 7:47 left in the ball game, and Stratford on the board once again. Redmond, boy, that was a toss by Schwabe, and then did you see it was the lead blocker?
It was actually reverse.
Was it a reverse?
Yeah, handed it off to a different running back, and then handed it back to Redmond on the way back on a kind of a reverse deal, and that's how he got open.
And then Redmond was Schwabe the lead blocker. PAT is 7:47 left in the ball game. Stratford leading 38-0, and we'll be back to Stanley-Boyd after this.
The signs of sportsmanship are showing up everywhere. And helping hands.
Healthcare comes with worry. That's me.
And I'm here to replace them.
What? What do you mean, replace me? You can't replace me. I mean, look at you. No anxiety, no paranoia, not even a hint of neuroses. What's your biggest worry?
Don't have any. I'm security.
Biggest fear?
None.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, I know this one. Happy thoughts.
I see his mouth moving, but I can't understand what's coming out of it. Healthcare comes with worry. That's me.
And I'm here to replace them.
What? What do you mean, replace me? You can't replace me. I mean, look at you. No anxiety, no paranoia, not even a hint of neuroses. What's your biggest worry?
Don't have any. I'm security.
Biggest fear?
None.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, I know this one. Happy thoughts.
I see his mouth moving, but I can't understand.
Together, partners think better together. We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing.
On Stanley-Boyd as the Tigers kick it off left to right. Big return by Herrick out across the 45, and Brandon Herrick dragged down from behind right at the 50-yard line. And the Stanley-Boyd Orioles with a little life. There's an injured Tiger on the play. Looks like maybe Dylan Dellinger.
It is.
Down at the end of that play.
I sure hope this isn't something serious because
I know
at the end of the game like this, and it's running clock, and he's a big part of this team.
Certainly is. Dellinger down on the field at the end of that big return by Herrick. 7:28 left in regulation time. And hopefully it's nothing too bad, because you're right, in a game that's long been decided.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Hopefully it's, well, yeah, unless he just got, blindsided or something. He's walking off pretty good. He looks good. He looks okay. Maybe just maybe got his bell rung.
I don't know. He tried to get up. It looked like something in the lower leg, so it looked like it might have been a cramp. Hopefully that's all it is.
All right, Stanley-Boyd takes over. 1st and 10 right at the 50, working right to left. 7:28 left, and Stratford leading 38-0. We will have a running clock here now because the score is 35 or better. So the clock will start, and it will not stop now. And here's L.J. Schmelzer working right to left, taking the snap, rolling to his left, throwing deep down the left side, and that ball is knocked away at the last second and intended for Herrick. But tell you what, a great play. I think Becker was back there on the stop.
A.J. Shanefoos was back there as well.
Yep.
And he helped knock that down.
Incomplete. Couple of quick scoring updates. Marathon defeating the Auburndale Apaches tonight, 26-6. That was an 8-0 ball game at halftime, right?
Yeah, it was.
And then 14-0 after 3. Marathon hangs on at home to win. 2nd and 10 for the Orioles now. And we have Herrick in at quarterback on that play. Took the snap and runs it off the right side down to the 40-yard line for a gain of 10. One of their most effective plays of the night.
Trying to get Herrick the ball here some way, some shape, whatever they can.
Yeah, they can't pass it to him.
Yeah, they can't get it to him that way. So
nope. So
there goes the ball rolling.
So it's done that a few times tonight. They set the ball down, and the wind just takes it. So here's Herrick again in that pistol formation. He'll hand it off this time to Nesteric, I believe.
No, Herrick kept it.
Did he?
Yep.
Herrick, yeah, you're right, off the left side on that read option. Boy, he's better at that than Schmelzer is.
Well, I don't think Herrick has any intention of pitching it. He's just going to run it after he fakes the read option.
So he got, 3 yards on the play. 1st and 10. I guess they only got 9 on that last play. Herrick again as the quarterback, rolling to his right, throwing downfield. Incomplete, trying to get it to Nesteric. And that one is incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. With the continuous clock situation, down to 5:15 already. And this one will end rather quickly, and the Tigers will move on to level 3. Herrick in that shotgun now. He'll pull it down and run again. Tigers all over that one on kind of looked like a quarterback draw. And 1 yard for Herrick on that one.
Yeah, and Herrick's a senior, so this will be his last game, obviously, for Stanley-Boyd. So give him a few chances at quarterback. He's probably wanted to do that all season.
Yeah, probably, and so he's getting his chance here now. Herrick back to throw, left side, gets it to Turner, inside the 35, bounces off a tackler, and takes it inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, a 9-yard gain. And not quite enough for a first down. Couple of yards to go. Ball at the 28-yard line. Herrick again. Now in the pistol. Rolling to his right. And throwing downfield. And wide open, but he missed him. He overthrew him. Was that Nesteric?
Colin Meyer.
No, Colin Meyer was open at about the Stratford 18-yard line, and Herrick threw it right over his head, incomplete, and that will bring up 4th and a yard. Edgar beats Pittsville 35-0. That's a final. So now 4th and a yard, or was that 4th down?
That was 4th down.
That was 4th down.
Yep.
And the Tigers take over on downs. Continuous clock situation. 3:20 and counting, and the Tigers will just take their time. They take over 1st and 10 at the Tiger 28-yard line, working left to right. And Max Schwabe in there at quarterback. And let's see what they do. Can't really take a knee here, can you? Got to hand the ball off. So now getting the ball is Chase Flink. And Flink, stretch play left side, and let's see, he might have lost 3. He lost 3 yards. 2nd and 13 now, 2:35 counting. Wind, rain, cold. And the Tigers, it never bothered him. Never seemed to anyway. Schwabe on 2nd and 13 now. Rolling to his right. Quarterback keeper wide open. Schwabe out across the 30. Dragged down from behind by Turner at the 33-yard line. 8-yard gain on the play by Schwabe. They're going to mark him at the 34. 9-yard gain. 3rd and about, 4 coming up? With under 2 minutes to go in this one. 3rd and 4 from the 34-yard line. And now the new quarterback is Chandler. And Schmidt hands it off to Schoenfuss. And Schoenfuss out to the 37-yard line, 3-yard gain. But 4th and 2 coming up. 1:10 remaining. Schmidt to the line. Tigers close to wrapping this one up on 4th and 2. Taking their time. Schmidt now running as much time off the clock as he can. He will hand it off. And on 4th and 2, Devin Denny, the ball carrier, out to the 38-yard line. Did he get the first down? He did not. Didn't even measure it. They just eyed it up from the far side of the field. The clock will not stop, though, and I don't even think Stanley-Boyd will bring their offense out on the field.
What's the sense? There's 22 seconds left.
Not anymore. 15 seconds and counting. Here comes Stanley-Boyd. One final play in the 2017 season. They will run a play. 5 seconds left. And the snap to Schmelzer. One more time. Over the middle, incomplete, and that's the ball game. And the Stratford Tigers come into Stanley-Boyd and put a whooping on the 1-seed Orioles as they advance to level 3. How about a 38-0 win by the Stratford Tigers over the Orioles here at Stanley-Boyd tonight? Expected a Tiger win. I didn't think it would be a 38-0 lopsided blowout.
Yeah, the weather conditions were huge, but you got to give Stratford a lot of credit. They played well in all 3 phases of the game. offense, defense, and special teams, and just really, like you said, put a whooping on Stanley-Boyd tonight. And there was no doubt who the better team was tonight, and it wasn't even close.
It was not even close. Stanley-Boyd was never in this game. It was all Stratford all night. And on their way to level 3, the Stratford Tigers, as the 5 seed, will advance to face the Amherst Falcons, the defending state champs in Division 5 from a year ago. It will be Stratford at Amherst next Friday night at Amherst, and probably have that game. I'm guessing right now we'll broadcast Stratford Tiger football next Friday night on AM 1450 WDLB. And then on this station next Friday, we will have either Abbotsford or Edgar. I'm guessing maybe Edgar Wildcat football next Friday night here on WOSQ. The Tigers, well, they got beat by Stanley-Boyd in week 1, 21-14 at Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And now the tables are turned on the Orioles as the Tigers come up to Stanley-Boyd and beat the Orioles 38-0, our final score in this one. Stay with us, a complete recap on our post-game report following these messages.
Ready to start moving forward with building your new home? It's time to consider Stratford Homes. See what's in store for you with a visit to the Model Home Village on Highway 97 in Stratford. There's 4 uniquely different
90
use. This is truly custom home building at its finest. Visit StratfordHomes.com to find an independent builder in your area. Make your next home a Stratford home. Find them on Facebook. Good luck, Stratford Tigers football from Stratford Home.
Central Wisconsin was made for farming, and Provision Partners is here for those hard-working families and their farms. Fall is harvest season.
We'll get Tubbs. How do I get Tubbs to come up? I wonder. That'd be awesome.
Strive to make your grain delivery as efficient as possible during the harvest season, so your time can be spent in the field.
This was a tough bracket.
All right, everybody. Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show. Thanks for watching today. Stratford coming out ahead 38-0. They will move on to take on the Amherst Falcons, who took care of Spencer Columbus today. It is a chilly evening here as the snow continues to come down and the wind is just as relentless as it was when we first started. We will be talking to Coach Tubbs here in just a minute, and our Highlight House player of the game, Jordan Becker. This is all brought to you by Nasonville Dairy, located just southeast of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10. Fresh cheese curds daily, cheese and sausage plates, all ready for this upcoming holiday season. Guys, holidays are here. I would certainly appreciate if I knock on your door, give me some cheese curds from Nasonville Dairy, and you can order those right there in person or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Well, the story of the day, for me anyway, was defense. Stratford defense to pitch a shutout here in Stanley was certainly a big deal, and we're going to talk to Coach Tubbs here in just about 3 seconds as we join Jason Tubbs here. Coach, congratulations on the big win today. I got 3 words for you: defense, defense, defense.
Well, the weather sure helped us out a lot, I think, because they're a type of offense that wants to spread the ball and throw the ball, but give our guys an amazing amount. I told them if they shut them out, I'd take them out for dinner, and I really didn't think I was going to have to pay up on that bet. But real proud of the guys, team effort. Guy gets hurt, kind of a safety, take him out of the game, but our next guy, A.J. Chambers, comes right in. Eli Drexler playing great, catches a touchdown. Just an awesome team effort. Kids are really excited.
Well, Coach, you're more than welcome to join us for pizza over in Thorpe. If you want to stop on the way, you're probably going to make a beeline back to Stratford, get these kids warmed up. Speaking of getting things warmed up, you guys got it warmed up right away. A couple touchdowns in the first quarter, another one there in the second quarter. You mentioned the weather. Talk about that and how that might have impacted your game plan.
Well, going into it, we were kind of a run team anyways, and this is the run team weather, and that's what we were. We established the run early with a 99-yard drive for a touchdown, and our kids just kept battling, kept getting physical, and you could tell our guys on defense knew exactly where to go, and couldn't ask for a better offensive coordinator with Joe Schwabe and defensive coordinator with Marshall Lehman. Real proud of them for taking every care of business.
We're going to talk to our Highlight House player of the game next, Jordan Becker over here. You agree with that selection today?
You could pick 5 guys, but he's a great guy, great kid, and he steps in, asks him to do anything, and boy, he played great tonight, and that's what we expect from our seniors.
Coming up next, Amherst. You have a week now to prepare for the Falcons, a high-scoring bunch over there in Amherst. How do you keep them calmed down?
Well, they are the two-time defending state champs. We have been in that situation, but it's been a while. But we'll prepare like everything else and get do what we can and get healthy first, and then get ready to go for Friday night.
All right, there you go, guys. Thanks a lot to Coach Tubbs and the rest of the Tigers. We will be back in just a moment with our Highlight House player of the game, Jordan Becker.
Partners Bank, member FDIC.
Nice job tonight. We're good. A little cold out here, huh?
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
And we are back with Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Jordan Becker. Jordan, big 38-0 win here against Stanley-Boyd. Redemption after week 1, I think.
Yeah, we lost week 1 by touchdown. We made a lot of simple mistakes like fumbling on the 1-yard line. We had a lot of penalties in the red zone, which stopped us from scoring, and then we had scored another one with the block in the back, and then we ended up not scoring on that drive. So we just focused on not making mistakes all week so then this happened. So yeah, it works out if you just do your job and play smart.
Right. Yep. Every man do his job. You got to count on the guy next to you all game long. You mentioned it. A couple missed opportunities in that first game. No missed opportunities today, including a touchdown run from you. What were you seeing behind the offensive line today?
They were blocking very well. All the running backs stepped up. They made a huge hole. So it's easy to run when there's a big hole in front of you. It was always open for like 10 yards, so it's just easy to run when they're good at blocking and do their job.
All right. Yeah, and the only thing now in the way between you and State are the Amherst Falcons. Any thoughts on Amherst? Have you seen them yet this year?
We watched a little bit of film on them against Bondwell when they played Bondwell. They run a spread offense just like Stanley-Boyd, so it's going to be pretty simple, like to do the same stuff. We just got to keep doing our jobs, and that'll bring us to make plays. So hopefully we can beat them. We just got to keep our eyes on the prize and focus.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are about to lose focus here. It's so darn cold out here. We're both shivering our pants off. So, Brandon, we're going to throw it back up to you, and we will come back here. Jordan's going to tell everybody he's in the house. He's going to go visit with Rachel and stay warmed up. We'll be right back.
Bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh.
Okay. I'm in the house!
Nice job today, all right? Go get warm, all right? Okay. All right, guys, that was Jordan Becker. He is in the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House. We're glad to have him there. Guys, again, we're brought to you by Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10. Rachel, let's go get some cheese curds. What do you think? Woo! Yeah, I don't know if that'll warm us up. We'll find something warm with cheese on it, and always choosing Nasonville Dairy cheese. They've got all kinds of cheese there. Anything you could ever want, including feta cheese, which would go good on a salad right now.
I could use some of that hot pepper cheese.
And some hot pepper cheese that might help to warm us up. So, guys, thanks for watching. Again, Stratford wraps things up here, 38-0. They're on to Amherst. That'll be next Friday at 7 p.m. So we will see you there. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nasonville Dairy, NasonvilleDairy.com.